Western Australia has some of the most beautiful coastlines and landscapes, offering us some of the freshest produce. And included in that is Lilydale free-range chicken. Well, what sets them apart, you might ask? Lilydale free-range chickens are raised with care here in WA on Lilydale farms by their very own farmers. And when chickens are grown and raised better, they simply taste better. So today I thought I'd make a classic Hainanese chicken rice, which is essentially a perfectly poached chicken. So the first step is to get the chicken cooking because it's going to take a little while. Basically, I've got a pot here, which I've filled up with some water. We're going to add in some ginger and spring onion and a generous pinch of salt. So before I put this whole chicken into the water that's boiling, I'm going to cut off some of the fat at the back part of the chicken to flavour our rice. So now that the water's boiling, we're going to gently place our chicken in, breast side up. So the chicken is gently poaching on low heat for about half an hour. And once that's done, I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm going to let it sit for another half an hour, then it should be perfectly cooked. We're going to move on to making the chicken rice. And for that, we're going to grab that chicken fat that we reserved earlier and we're going to cook that off in the pan. And whilst that's rendering, I'm just going to chop up some shallot and also some garlic. So the fat's starting to render quite nicely. I'm going to add in that shallot and garlic. We're going to cook that off. I'm going to give that a good mix and cook until fragrant, so about a minute or two. So we're going to add the jasmine rice in, which I've rinsed quite thoroughly, just to remove the excess starch. And we're going to cook this off for another couple of minutes before adding it to our rice cooker. Get it nice and toasty. So this recipe might sound really simple, but it has so much flavour, especially given that we're using every single part of the chicken here. So we're using the fat to flavour the rice. We're going to perfectly poach the chicken, but also we're going to use the stock to flavour the rice and also add to some of our sauces afterwards. So the rice is ready. We're going to put that into our rice cooker. I'm going to add in some of the liquid the chicken's been cooking in for extra flavour and a generous pinch of salt. So now that the rice is cooking, the next step is to make some condiments, essential to chicken rice. So let's make the chili sauce first. I have some sriracha, a fair bit of garlic, a little bit of ginger as well, which I'm going to finely grate, a bit of sugar to sweeten it, and just to loosen it up, a bit more of that chicken liquid. And just to finish, a generous squeeze of lime just to freshen it up. Awesome, we'll give that a good mix, and that's our chili and garlic sauce done. So next up is my ginger and spring onion oil, which is a favourite of mine. It is so versatile. So finely chop some spring onion. We're going to add in some finely grated ginger as well. We're going to set that aside, and what I'm going to do here is heat up some oil until close to smoking. We'll give that oil about 30 seconds to a minute on the heat. So the oil is now hot enough. I'm going to very carefully pour this over the spring onion. Pinch of salt and a bit of sesame oil as well. So the rice is ready, chicken has rested, all my condiments are also ready. We're going to slice up and serve up. You can see in there it's still really juicy, it's holding its moisture, which means it's been perfectly poached. We'll add on a bit of rice just on the side of this dish. And just to finish, some cucumber, which has been sliced quite nicely. And there you have it, guys, my classic Hainanese chicken rice using Lilydale free-range chicken.